Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. But what if I told you patch 10.19 would be the end of Caitlyn, as in the Caitlyn meta? Because even though we've talked about things like Ashe and Senna ADC kind of being the meta in pro play, that's usually with Caitlyn on the bench and maybe Kalista too. Now that being said, with the nerfs we talked about yesterday, it's a little bit of continuation with Caitlyn specifically, where the base AD, the specific nerfs for her, is going down from 64 to 62. The headshot damage, however, is being increased from 60 to 240 to 40 to 240, which it says the damage is being increased. That seems like a decrease at level 1 and then it goes even later. That might be a typo in the notes themselves. But here's the thing about and we've talked about this, when you lose 2 AD on a champion, especially an AD champion, that messes up your farming more than anything else. Will having 2 less AD stop her headshots and stuff from poking you if you're getting hit by them? No. Some people would argue, get better at not being hit by those. You know they come in, get out of range. But at the same time, realistically, depending on how the lane's going, depending on who has pressure and stuff like that, it's not always realistic. I understand that. But with 2 less AD, if you get used to last hitting in the early levels, especially before a BF sword, before a pickaxe even, right, that can mess up your last hitting. And I sound like a broken record every time we talk about this, because that is the reason why Riot keeps doing these nerfs, especially for junglers, AD junglers. It messes up their clears a little bit more if they're not used to that, right? If they're just playing the champion because it's flavor of the month. So reason why this could be an end of the quote-unquote Caitlyn, or the end of Caitlyn in patch 10.19, isn't because Caitlyn's necessarily going to die out, right? It's because she's going to be dropped by everybody, but those people that are playing her because she's flavor of the month right now, because they think she's really good and I should play her, and you know who they are because they don't have a skin on her and everything like that, they might stop playing her because they might not be used to last hitting with Caitlyn. They might not know about walking into the brush every other auto attack so you can get the headshot proc to get that better last hit anyways, and tricks like that, right? The people, it's kind of like Draven when they nerfed him a while ago, when people were rushing Death's Dance. They did it so that regular Draven players could play their champion again, but like everybody wasn't playing Draven. This looks like it's more of that kind of a change as well. It's going to mess up some last hitting if you're not good at last hitting with Caitlyn already and you're just playing her because you thought she was powerful. Caitlyn mains will be fine, they'll press on. However, in pro play, every AD carry player has to be kind of good at some of every AD carry, but they also value things like this quite a bit more than me or you might value this. So what champion do you think would replace Caitlyn? Obviously, I'm biased. As a Jinx channel, I'm going to say Jinx is going to replace Caitlyn because of range seems to be one of the things they want here. Jinx can siege, she has range with the rockets, you can even use the Flame Chompers to zone if you group up as a team. Right? Things like Azir and stuff are getting nerfed this patch as well because they're powerful. Remember those old, like you pick a tank top laner, maybe a damaged jungler, but also a tank jungler. You go Azir, Jinx, appealing support, and you just siege down towers all game. We could be heading towards that, in which case that's why I would say Jinx could be there. She might be there already. We saw her a little bit in Summer Split. Might not see her anymore again, and we might not see her when Caitlyn falls down a little bit, if she falls down. It is pro play. They might be latched on to Caitlyn, Senna, Ashe, and that could be fine, right? That's not the worst thing in the world per se. Again, we're speaking out of bias for Jinx here. So that being said, that's what this video is. Do you think actually with the AD changes, it's actually bigger than people say it is? They usually meme for laughs, but of course, you know, last hitting and stuff, that could be a thing that could affect somebody. Do you think this is actually a nothing change? Because obviously it's my job to kind of hype this up as a YouTuber. That's kind of what we do to kind of get people talking about these kind of things. But you watching, that's more sensible. Do you think this is like a nothing change? And you actually think, yeah, it's whatever, but you know, it is what it is. Who cares? Comment with that in the comment section down below. But thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, the actual subscribe button. But I don't know which video will be next, because I can have a lot of kinks. So until this time, take care. GG, get jinxed. Thank you for watching, and enjoy pizza responsibly.